Mic drop. Hey guys, alright, video number 2. Let's check it out. This is something we completely did well on for our FSA, so I know this should just be a review. We're going to be talking about graphing distance. This is the second thing you should be working on ST Math. TRE drew a map of Chicago. Her house is located at -9, -8, and KIPP 1 is located at 5, -8. What type of line is this, and what is the distance between TRE's house and KIPP 1? Alright, so it always helps to make a little sketch so that we kind of understand what's happening here. So I'm going to quickly make my 4-quadrant grid. So I have my positive side. Remember, it's kind of hard for me to draw with my little mouse, so don't make fun of my very not straight lines. Okay, and now we're going to place these 2 points for TRE. I'm going to use purple. Alright, so TRE drew a map of Chicago. Her house is located at -9, -8. We start at our origin, 0, 0. We move to the left, -9. We go down, -8. That's going to be about here. This is where her house is located on this map. And KIPP 1 is at 5, -8. So I'm going to be on the positive side because positive is 5. It's our x, and then -8. So that's going to be about here. So this is the distance on our graph from TRE's house to KIPP 1 Academy. Okay. What I notice is that our y value is not changing. It's still at -8, which is why this line is staying on the y equals -8. What is changing, though, is our x value. This is +5, and this over here is -9. What we need to remember, which is our most important key point, when our y is changing, that means that we are moving vertically because we're going up and down. It's changing y. When we're changing our x, which is happening here from -9 to 5, that is going to be a horizontal line. These key points are critical. We need to make sure we put those in our brain. So a horizontal line moves left and right, which is happening with TRE's house and the school, and that means our x is changing. So if we see here, this is a horizontal line. It's moving left or right. That should make sense because it's going from -9 to +5, and it's staying at -8. If this line was going up and down, that means that our y would be changing. So horizontal, x, vertical, y. Horizontal, x, vertical, y. Horizontal, x, vertical, y. Yeah. Alright, so let's check this out. So we know that TRE, this line is a horizontal line. So I can write horizontal. I know it's a horizontal line. It's a horizontal line again because my x is changing. My y is staying the same, but the x is changing. It's going from left to right. Now let's actually think about the distance here. Well, this is a little bit more complicated. The distance here is from a negative number to a positive number. If it was just from a positive to a positive, we would subtract. So if it went from 5 to 7, it would go 2, because 7 minus 5 is 2. But now it's actually going further because -9 is further into negative land. So what I like to do is kind of think about it as going from the negative to the 0, and then from the 0 to the positive. So let's check this out. From -9 to 0 back to our y-axis, that's going to be 9, because -9 to 0 will be 9. From 0 to +5, that's going to be 5. So my total distance is covering -9 to 0, and then 0 to 5. So all I'm going to do is add 9 and 5 together, and I'm going to get 14. So the total distance that TRE is traveling from school and home and back is 14 units. And she's moving horizontally because my x is changing. Okay? Let's make sure we get that. So from here to here, it's from -9 to 0, which is really moving 9 units. And then from 0 to 5, it's moving 5 units. It's kind of like absolute value. So it's kind of like saying the absolute value of -9 plus the absolute value of 5 is going to be 14. The reason why that is, in absolute value, we drop the negative. In absolute value, we drop the negative. So this is just going to be 9. And the distance from 0 to 5 is still just 5. So it's 9 plus 5. What gets us to our answer of 14. Okay, let me give you a few examples so we can practice real quick. Let's say it was from 3 to 2, and 3 to 8. We would not do 2 plus 8 because these are both on the positive side. These would both be over here. So what that means is it's just from 2 to 8, the distance would be, fill it in. Let's look at this option. If it was from -5, 6 to -10, 6, guess what that one should be? Now you'll have a few minutes to do part A and part B. Make sure you're practicing and being very careful. Okay? Just remember, horizontal, X is changing, vertical, Y is changing. Go do amazing.